Hello and welcome to another video diary as I pay another visit to Cindy of the wonderful Boys Will Be Girls in London. And today we are going to attempt to recreate the style of the French chic look. So I've identified a number of images that might serve as kind of models, which I've passed by Cindy. I've also managed to source one or two things that might add to her vast collection of clothing that might play a part in this as well. So I think we're all set, and I will very shortly be setting off and making my way down to the railway station, heading up towards London Bridge, and I will be reporting back very shortly. This idea of trying to recreate the looks and channel something of the personalities, perhaps, something of the feeling of being, maybe, who knows, of these various characters in the public eye, particularly actresses and pop singers and the like, taps into what I imagine many actors do when they sort of reach within themselves in order to find the personality of a character. They actually draw very often on resources, as it were, that are within themselves. But I have a sense that this is actually very powerful. It's not about, or at least it's not just about playing or coming up with something that's imagined. It actually allows something within to arise and express itself. There's actually a shop window not very far away from where Cindy is based that I passed recently, which has a quote painted on its window that says, "Beauty is the outer expression of what we like about ourselves." And so when Anya comes out, when Anya expresses herself, there is something that I do like about her, about the feminine, as it were, within me that needs to express herself, that at other times is suppressed. So these are the images that I picked up, just to give some ideas, and I've got one or two things that might work. So as you said, we should be in good shape to do something with these. Let's see what we can do. Wow, it is hot today, my goodness. So at least we've got fans and so on going here. And taking a look at these images, I think there's a lot of scope. We can see possibly trying out 2 or 3 different looks. Really quite interesting. Something really quite subtle about the French style. There's something slightly androgynous even sometimes, and hair is not necessarily always perfect. And lots of accessories very often, which they just know how to use, especially scarves and so on. Amongst the images are some that I wouldn't normally imagine I could possibly try, like the likes of Elise, who is quite young for my age, as it were, but actually some of the poses might work. Some of the styles might not look too out of place. So we thought we might give those a go. Anyway, we're going to settle into an hour or so of Cindy's masterwork and see what the finished result is, at least the first finished result in a little while. I've no idea. I've got a little idea from it's got a little bit of length, this particular hair. I have no idea really what the style or the colour is, what effect is. That's what we discover in just a moment. Wow. Wow, very Francoise. Very Francoise. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's lovely. Feeling the part now, I think. So we can go into the studio and try a little fun with the green screen. See if we can reproduce that pose with the guitar. So we've now come into the studio. Cindy has a quite well-equipped studio, knows what she's doing with all the photography, and has set up all the lighting, the flashes, everything else that's needed. And we're going to start our attempt at creating some of these poses, these little attitudes, which is actually quite surprising what kind of emotions that can start to bring up as I try to get into character, and in this case channel my inner Françoise Hardy. I think that's how you pronounce it. So I'm very pleased with this little look that we've created, and we've managed to capture a few of the images, a few little poses that we saw from our search of possible ideas online. And so now it's time for part 2.